everybody, good morning. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Tuesday morning. It's going to be a day of nasty winds for your Tuesday. A high wind warning in place for most areas north of Highway 6, near north of Highway 6, and then west of Highway 81. So basically, other than our southern tier of counties in Nebraska and into northern Kansas, and then east of Highway 81, those areas are not included because the winds won't be meeting the criteria for a high wind warning, which technically is 55 miles per hour, although I think some places may fall a little short of that today. But we could see wind gusts 50 to 60 miles per hour right in here, and I think the worst of it will be in northern Nebraska. So these will go till 6 p.m. today here, when the winds will start to finally calm down towards the end of the day, and especially then this evening and overnight tonight, the winds will die down. But it's going to be a blustery day. This is all behind a cold front that's now basically sitting near the Lincoln and Beatrice area as of the time of this recording. So it's just about ready to exit our area. It's helping to clear out fog and clouds. We have a couple of clouds behind the front, like a few right here and then a few more right in here. Outside of those little bit of clouds, we're actually going to see quite a bit of sunshine today. The only exception is in the northern part of the state here. There's a big snowstorm moving across North Dakota, South Dakota, and into Minnesota this morning. And on the southern edge of that, we may get a little snow in northern Nebraska later today. And you can see it right there. Again, for the majority of us, the story of the day is the winds. And look at how the faster arrows are in the north. Everybody's going to have wind, but the worst of it's going to be here to the north today. Gusts up to 60 miles per hour. And that's combined with this little bit of snow. These little weak little snow bursts are going to be possible. Highway 20 and northward especially. From like Valentine to Ainsworth to O'Neill to Sioux City northward, it's kind of the best chance of these snowbirds. I am not expecting much for any accumulation. That should be trace amounts, but the problem is the visibility could drop. So if you live or are going to be traveling to this area today, it's a small area compared to the vast majority of our viewing area. But again, if you're going to be up in that area, again, watch for some reduction in the visibility as you can see some of that snow this afternoon. This evening, the skies will clear out. The winds will gradually die down. This is going to lead to a cold night tonight, maybe a little fog in northeast Nebraska. We start off fairly sunny tomorrow, looking for increasing clouds as the day wears on, and maybe a little snow to parts of the southern panhandle into southwest Nebraska. This should be a very minimal snow event here. Not looking for much, but a lot more cloud cover later in the day tomorrow. Then that cloud cover tries to clear up a little bit as we get towards Thursday morning. Our Thanksgiving right now looks partly to mostly sunny. Not much wind. Temperature's a little chilly-ish. Not bad, though. So actually for our Thanksgiving, an okay day is what I'm going to call it. An okay day, especially because there won't be much wind out there heading into Thanksgiving. All right. Temperatures today. They're struggling to warm up because of that cold front coming through. In fact, I'm going to run through the future temps graphic here, just kind of show you how they'll play out today. So let me bring that graphic up real quick here because I don't think it's going to be a real warm day. And the winds are going to make it feel colder anyway. But look how temperatures just struggle to warm up today across the area. In fact, they'll start to fall off this afternoon as some colder air kind of winds out. So again, these numbers are your highs for today, but keep in mind some places will drop, especially in the southeast. Again, your strongest winds in the north, maybe a little bit of snow up here around Spencer. I don't think we'll see any of that in Ord. I don't know why it's showing any moisture there. Look for little snow and blowing snow right in here. Mid to upper 30s and lower 40s. It's going to be a struggle to warm. Temperatures a little better to the south and southeast here, maybe some upper 40s, but some places we'll see a fall in temperatures, at least a slow fall in temperatures this afternoon. Southeastern areas, mid to upper 40s and low 50s, but again, maybe a bit of a drop this afternoon. Fog's clearing out in Wahoo now, so no fog there. And then finally in northeastern areas, again, fog's clearing out now, so no worries about fog at this point. Quite a bit of sun, but again, looking for a little bit of snow here. Even Knox County and Cedar County here. O'Neill's going to be right on the edge of it. So the places like O'Neill to Neely to Norfolk, northeast of that, a chance of a few snow bursts, which could bring down that visibility a bit. All right, so that's a look at your forecast around the area for today. Tonight, it's going to be a cold night as those winds die down and skies will be mostly clear, mid to upper teens and low to mid 20s. Tomorrow will be a chilly-ish day, but at least the winds will be lighter. 5 to 15 miles per hour, not too bad. We'll be looking at temperatures that'll be mostly in the mid to upper 30s and low to mid 40s. Tomorrow night, another cold one down into the teens and low 20s, maybe some mid 20s in northern Kansas. Again, the winds will be light, so that's going to lead to that chillier night ahead. And then looking ahead to Thanksgiving Thursday, slightly warmer than Wednesday, but not much wind, partly to mostly sunny, so it could be worse. It's not a terrible day out there. Looking at Thursday night into Friday morning, I don't think too many people do the late night or the early Friday morning shopping like they used to, but if you do happen to be heading out early Friday morning, cold but not super cold, 20s for overnight lows. And then looking to our Black Friday, another chilly day. There will be a chance of some snow in northeastern areas here. I'd say Ainsworth to Lincoln northeast sort of chance of snow right now, and then not really expecting much of any snow. In fact, but it will be mostly cloudy farther southwest, a milder air mass to the southwest. Let's take a look at that long range forecast. So we've got, again, the winds today, then it kind of turns quiet for a few days here all the way through Friday. I don't think we'll see any moisture in the Tri-Cities area. I have decided to go with a weather alert day for Saturday. It's mostly more for precaution because of such a busy weekend, a lot of travel, and it's also because, people will be out and about shopping and things like that. I do not expect a major winter storm. This is not going to be anything significant, but it's something that, we may just have to deal with. A little light rain changing over to snow in the morning, and then a little bit of light snow. And I think we could see some accumulation, but again, it doesn't look like anything major right now. Southeast Nebraska into central northeast Kansas probably have the best chance of some accumulating snowfall right now. So again, this does not look like a big time event. The main reason I'm doing the weather alert day right now is, one, my management has told me that any kind of changing weather we're supposed to. Honestly, I wouldn't do it if they didn't tell me to do it. Unfortunately, I don't make that call. But because it's such a busy weekend, that's the other reason we're kind of looking at doing this here. Okay, so looking ahead to Sunday and Monday, for now I am going with the dry forecast. A few models are hinting at some minor snow, but I don't see anything major right now. So the good news is I don't see any significant wintry weather during the weekend. But again, some minor impacts possible on Saturday. It's going to get colder Saturday and Sunday. Monday maybe a little bit better, so there are some signs that maybe we warm up next week here. I'm very up in the air right now in the latter part of that forecast towards next Wednesday and Thursday on whether we cool back down or actually try to continue to warm up a little bit. So I'm not going to get too caught up in this forecast right now. A lot of models are hinting at us trying to get milder again in the long range. Let's take a look at the North Platte forecast. Very windy today. Quiet Wednesday. Thursday looks fine. Okay, I should say. Friday, fine. Then here comes what looks to be a fairly minor snow chance on Saturday, and I'll keep a small chance on Sunday as well. So I did not go with the weather alert day for the North Platte area just because I don't think we'll see too many impacts right now. But it's going to be colder. Not significant cold, but colder. And then maybe a little bit of recovery Monday and into Tuesday of next week. Beyond Tuesday, right now, I think it's where we could be anywhere right now. So not going to buy into that. Now, right now, the Climate Prediction Center is still keeping us below average next week. In fact, likely below average temperature-wise next week. We'll see as we get towards the tail end of that. We'll see, because there are signs of us maybe warming up a bit towards the end of next week. And then moisture-wise, still some chances. We'll see. Let's show you some of those long-range models. All right. Snowstorm to our north today. Northern Nebraska gets clipped by it, just barely. But no major snow. It's minimal accumulation, and it's just more about the wind-driven snow than anything that could bring down that visibility. Not much. There's a little bit southwest Nebraska tomorrow. Not much, though. Thursday looks okay. Friday, northeast Nebraska. Models have shifted a little bit farther northeast. The recent models are keeping it well to the northeast, in fact. Then comes our snow for heading into Saturday. Rain maybe initially, changing to snow. Right now, southeast Nebraska has the best chance of the accumulating snow early Saturday morning. Maybe up to 2 to 4 inches of snow, but that's early. I'll tell you that right now. But lower impacts the farther northwest. That should go from there. Beyond that, again, maybe some other minor chances here and there. We'll see. And a quick look at the GFS here. I am running low on time, so I'm going to have to go through this real quick. So we're going to jump ahead to Friday. Again, there's that northeast Nebraska chance, and then again, maybe a little early rain, but quickly changing to snow. Best chances in southeastern areas for some accumulating snowfall, the way things are looking right now. I'd like to spend more time with you folks today, but I do need to get going here for my other job, part of my job here. So I want to thank you, everybody, for watching on this Tuesday morning. I'll be back with you on Wednesday with all the latest. Take care, and God bless.